I'm receiving a timber delivery today, so I'm clearing this space. Okay, these past few weeks have felt a little bit odd. I feel like I've just been waiting, but I have worked on a ton of tiny projects that needed to be done before I can continue other things this summer. The weather has been quite bad for much of it. It rained a lot. It's been raining for days now, and all of my projects are outside. I realised that some of the smaller projects I wanted to get on with, I don't have all of the materials for. Or I do have the materials, but I need to do another thing before that project for which I don't have the materials. So I had a good look at everything that I want to try and do this summer and put in a huge order for materials. And it will be nice to have that delivered so I don't have to go up and down to the shop all the time. I started with the messiest job, which is the front exterior of the house. I painted most of the house last year. I had scaffolding, I had my parents here, but I didn't manage to do the front of the house. And I did have a go at it at the end of the season, but it's too high for me to be comfortable up on those ladders. So I built a deck. And now, because of the deck, I can actually reach most of the front quite comfortably. But before I can paint it, I need to take off the old paint first. This traditional red phthalo paint turns to a powder when it gets old, and you need to scrape it off with wire brushes. And it is a very, very messy job, which is no fun at all. So this is truly horrible. The painting is not the big issue. It's taking off the old paint, which is now turned to powder. And the walls are fine, but it's underneath the eaves where I have powder flying around my face and I'm scrubbing right here. It's horrific. It's absolutely horrific. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I'm going to get to that bit above the porch, but I don't know, I'll just try and reach as far as I can. This job is so overwhelming. Everything is covered in red powder. Everything. Okay, I've come out on the other side now. Unfortunately, I haven't come out triumphant. Why do they build houses this tall? If I ever build my own house, it's not going to be tall. It's going to be single level, reachable. I'm very angry at the house for being the way it is. I'm going to clean and get back to you. So I managed to go up until here and then underneath the window. So this bit and up there has not been done. I cleaned everything up. That took a long time. I did not manage to do this. I tried for a very long time to get up on the ladders. But the annoying thing is that in this corner area, the ground slopes down in 2 directions. And I was trying to make holes in the ground so I can put the ladder in level. But there is a massive rock right there. And I can't really get a ladder up there that is level. I was trying to coach myself to go up there. Didn't work. I did put my ladder up here, crawling into that little nook to try and get as far as possible. But I had something to hold on to. I was just like clinging onto that roof. But up here, if the ladder falls, it would just fall. I went as far as I could, and that's the most important. I'm doing it because I want to work on the porch, I want to put planters in. The most important areas are done. Turns out I have ruined an entire pot of expensive paint by freezing it. It's turned back into flour. And unfortunately this cannot be remedied. Yeah, that's such a waste. I love this little bike, but it's pretty tiring. So, if you're wondering how many flowers you can fit on a bike, I've even got vines coming out of my head. I've got some in the back, and then I've got some in the front. And we're all going home. Look at you. I've got some. I'm really excited. It does mean that I need to sort of really quickly start making some like planters and maybe get some flower pots. I don't know. So much to do. Me and my little bike made it home. Oh, I've got a bunch of flowers. Apparently you can fit as many flowers on the bike as you can fit in your arms. Gosh. So that was a bit of a journey. I cycled to town, took a train, took a bus, walked around loads. I think I went to 4 different garden shops. And I went to all of them twice, and there was a lot of walking involved. I also picked up a coffee and an ice cream, and I tried to go to not too many other shops because I just didn't have time for all of it. But I got a few really cute flowers. I love this one. Spend a lot of time packing them up. Oh yes. I found this rose. I, for some reason, thought that I couldn't have roses in my zone, but I realised I was very wrong. You can get roses for a hardiness zone so much harsher than mine. And I saw this one and I sort of immediately grabbed it. This is this very like light yellow flower. This is a white rose. I have these incredibly sweet tiny flowers, but I have no idea how I'm going to get them out of here without harming them. Oh my gosh, they're so sweet. aren't they the most precious little things? That one, a little peachy. Here I've got two very important climbing flowers that I want at the front of the house. They are two white wisteria and they're supposed to go massive. Got another very sweet flower. Look at this one. Then I've got two other little plants and I'm not quite sure what they're going to look like when they grow up. They're still so small. I think I remember this being something really nice, but I don't really know for sure. So I managed to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plants. But it feels like I need a lot more. It is raining and it's so cold. The very last thing I want to do is be outside and work. So I'm in here. I mean, it's cold in here as well, but I do want to do a few things. I'm going to sow a few more seeds that I got. I have a few herbs and I have a very pretty flower. I put all the plants that I got here, so I need to create a little bit of space. I can fit them up here. Temporary lodgings. This is the coziest place, apart from the fact that it's very cold. I had to go out and find some pots. I have a rosemary called Rosie. How cute is that? I actually really like the idea of ultimately putting some of these herbs next to my entrance with all the flowers and like diversify the things that are there. I've got chamomile as well. I've always wanted to plant that. These seeds are so tiny. I also have some seeds that have grown so big that I'm going to repot them. These two courgettes. Oh. So it's a little bit less rainy today. I want to work on my Firewood shed. I started working on this months ago and I've been working on it off and on. I'm going to finish working with all the materials that I have for it, and then when I get my timber delivery I'll be able to actually finish it. I'm going step by step, but I had some more firewood delivered recently and I want to store it. Time for lunch apparently. My pancakes are very dramatic today. Okay, I'm back. I got a little bit further with this firewood shed, but there's some elements here which I can't quite figure out. I want to be able to store sheet material in the back, and I haven't quite figured out how to create an enclosure which is sort of weatherproof without spending too much on materials. My handmade twine fence started ripping last year for the first time, and I think it's quite impressive that it lasted so long considering the material, but it worked quite well, so I just want to patch it up, and then I need to do some weeding, and then I can put my starts in the ground, sow a few things, see if I can be ever so slightly successful this year. Pizza's looking so cute. Just needs to go into the oven.
I've been preparing my twine fence and it's actually lasted longer than I thought it might. But yeah, this year there's quite a few holes and just patching them up. I think up until now all I've needed was a deterrent and it's worked quite well, so I think it'll be good to fix this before I start sewing things. I got myself a cute cart. The best thing is that it does this. It is so cute. I love it. That is very tiring, but also really nice to get that done. I also got my timber delivery. It's a lot of timber for a lot of projects I'm not quite sure I'm going to do, but timber is never wasted. So I figured I would get the whole lot and be ready for anything that I might want to do. I also got a bucket of paint.